presidential polls, with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump locked in a fierce battle. Well, polling is on to elect the 45th President of the United States. A record 46.2 million of the estimated 200 million voters have already exercised their franchise in the 2016 U.S. presidential elections before the official voting day, surpassing the 2012 record, which had 32.3 million people who voted in advance. Now, over 70 million people are expected to vote today. The final results are expected by tomorrow. And the first ballots in the U.S. presidential polls were cast today in a sleepy hamlet in New Hampshire, traditionally the first in the nation to vote on Election Day, with Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton winning that contest. Clinton registered her first win in sorts in the 2016 elections by 4 votes to 2 against her Republican rival Donald Trump soon after midnight in the remote northeastern part of the United States. The first votes of the election were cast just after midnight by the residents of Dixville Notch, New Hampshire, and Clinton captured 4 of Dixville Notch's votes, while her Republican rival Trump received 2. The Libertarian Gary Johnson received 1, and there was even 1 vote for Mitt Romney. Unlike in India, every U.S. state, in fact, counts and declares its results once the polling is over. And in this case of Dixville Notch, it used the provision of New Hampshire, which allows village inhabitants of less than 100 to cast their ballot just before midnight or just beyond midnight. And Dixville Notch, in fact, has been voting at midnight every elections since way back in 1960. Making the last push on the last day of the campaign for Hillary Clinton, tens of thousands turned up for Hillary Clinton and President Obama's last speeches as they made their last pitches. And addressing a packed crowd of thousands in the Independence Square, President Barack Obama said that the progress made by America in the last 8 years of his administration would go down the drain if the Democratic presidential nominee does not win the polls.
Tomorrow, Philadelphia, the choice you face when you step into that voting booth could not be clearer and could not be more serious. On the economy, Donald Trump is uniquely unqualified to be our chief executive. That's why most CEOs and economists don't support him. He would trigger a reckless trade war that costs jobs, strip 20 million Americans of their health insurance, roll back the new rules designed to check Wall Street recklessness and protect consumers, and would roll back the regulations we put in place to preserve this planet for our kids. On foreign policy, Donald Trump is temperamentally unfit to be commander-in-chief. Don't take my word for it. Listen to the Republicans who've refused to support him.
While making her last speech to impress the nation, Hillary Clinton exhorted voters to vote for safeguarding the core values of the nation.
There is a clear choice in this election. A choice between division or unity. Between an economy that works for everyone or only those at the top. Between strong, steady leadership or a loose cannon who could put everything at risk. So make no mistakes. Our core values are being tested in this election.
Well, Donald Trump